Genesis 10. I understand as you're getting into this, and when you get to the genealogy, it can be daunting, and you wonder why is God telling us all of this? In some cases it does matter when you look back and you trace stuff to see how a person came to live in a certain place, how certain things came to be, and how this person came from this person, and this is where they are now. But it's not necessary for salvation, but nations descended from Noah. So Genesis 10. Now this is a genealogy of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Ripheth, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan were Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. From these the coastland peoples of the Gentiles were separated into their lands, everyone according to his language, according to their families, into their nations. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Sabteca. And the sons of Ramah were Sheba and Dedan, which you might call Arabia today. Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty man, a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel. Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. From that land he went to Assyria and built Nineveh, Rehoboth, Calah, and Rezin were Nineveh and Calah. That's a principal city. Mizraim begot Ludim, Anamim, Lahabim, Neptuhim, Pathrusim, and Casluhim, from who came the Philistines and Caphtorim. Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, the Jebusite, the Amorite, and the Girgashite, the Hivite, the Archite, and the Sinite, the Arvadite, the Zemarite, and the Hamathite. Afterward the families of the Canaanites were dispersed, and the borders of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as you go toward Gerar, as far as Gaza. Then as you go towards Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim, as far as Lasha. So if someone says there's no Sodom and Gomorrah, right? These were the sons of Ham, according to their families, according to their languages, and their lands, and in their nations. And children were born also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth the elder. The sons of Shem were Elam, Asher, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Arphaxad begot Selah, and Selah begot Eber. To Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan begot Almodad, Shelep, Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzel, Dikla, Obal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. And their dwelling place was from Mishaz, you go towards Sephar, the mountain of the east. These were the sons of Shem according to their families, according to their languages, and their lands according to their nations. These were the families of the sons of Noah according to their generations, and their nations, and from these the nations were divided on the earth after the flood. So that was Genesis 10. I will read Genesis 11 after a little. Genesis 11, the Tower of Babel. Now the whole earth had one language and one speech. So this one obviously does matter. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Then they said to one another, Come, let us make bricks, and bake them thoroughly. They had brick for stone, and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, Come, let us build ourselves a city, and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth. But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built. And the Lord said, Indeed, the people are one, and they have all one language. And this is what they begin to do? Now nothing that they purpose and propose to do will be withheld from them. Come, let us, who's us, go down and there confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. Sounds like today, doesn't it? It's actually where we are. So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all the earth, and they stopped building the city. Therefore the name is called Babel, or Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth. And from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of the whole earth. So every person on the earth every language, that doesn't matter, color, whatever you want to call it, the Lord purposed in his mind. He split us all up. At one point we were all one people. This is a genealogy of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begot Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. Arphaxad was born 2 years after the flood, and he begot Arphaxad. Shem lived 500 years and begot sons and daughters. Arphaxad lived 35 years and begot Selah, and he begot Selah. Arphaxad lived for 403 years and begot his daughters. As you can tell, the ages are starting to go down. Selah lived 30 years and begot Eber. And he begot Eber. Selah lived for 403 years and begot sons and daughters. Eber lived 34 years and begot Peleg. And he begot Peleg. Eber lived for 430 years and he begot sons and daughters. Peleg lived 30 years and begot Reu. So what a change in the age that they're starting to have children earlier. So Peleg begot Reu, and he begot Reu. Peleg lived 209 years and begot sons and daughters. It's going down drastically. Reu lived 30 years and begot Serug, and he begot Serug. Reu lived 207 years and begot sons and daughters. Serug lived 30 years and begot Nahor, and he begot Nahor. Serug lived for 200 years and begot sons and daughters. Nahor lived for 29 years and begot Terah. It's coming to something very important. And after he begot Terah, Nahor lived for 119 years and he begot sons and daughters. Now Terah lived for 70 years and begot Abraham, but it was called Abram at this time, Nahor, and Haran. This is the genealogy of Terah. Terah begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Haran begat Lot. So as you can see there, that's Lot. So Terah begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. So they were all brothers. And Haran, or you want to, Abraham's brother, begot Lot, as you see them together later, right? So it's his nephew. And Haran died. So Lot's father died before his father Terah in his native land in Ur of the Chaldeans, where Iraq is right now. Then Abram and Nahor took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, not Sarah yet. And the name of Nahor's wife, Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. But Sarai was barren, she had no child. And Terah took his son Abram and his grandson Lot, the son of Haran, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, his son Abram's wife, and they went out with them from Ur the Chaldeans to go to the land of Canaan. And they came to Haran and dwelt there. So the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran.